going to share with you mentality I'm dealing with, because there's a couple of things that we can clarify for ourselves in this. So main thing is about this talk of manifestation and how we manifest. And in the spiritual talk of the world, we speak of, you get the feeling of what it is you can see you would like to manifest. So we see what we like. Oh gee, I like that, or wouldn't mind manifesting that. Okay, so then we're energy. So then when you think about wanting that thing or that experience, right, then comes the acknowledgement of the feeling, right? Because you want it because it'll make you feel good, or you would enjoy it. It's a high vibrational feeling. We don't want something because we want to feel like shit. We want something because it will make us feel good. So then you align the good feeling thoughts and take the actions that that manifest. That's the invisible part. The actions that are calling you to do something brings you to it. So as a part of those actions, you're included. And so with Matthias De Stefano and I, in his spiritual acknowledgement of manifestation, for years now, he has held on to the fact, yes, he can, we can, a lot of us can work with energy, right? But you must have a good, clean, higher intent if you are wanting energy to work with you. So he seems to think that he is manifesting this future life. He's very outcome based, which is fine, but you must move as well as part of the process. So when you think too much to yourself, I'm manifesting this, you're not essentially trying to microscopically change who you are to fit where it is you're going, because that's what he's trying to do. He hangs out microscopically as though he gets to analyze me, analyze himself to make sure that there's the right fit. None of that is freaking necessary in the flow of energy, in the divine of the universe, bringing the two people together. This is not, he woke up one day and decided, I'm going to manifest that with her. Or did I contact him and say, I'm going to manifest this specific kind of relationship with him? This has been an acknowledgement of the divine forces bringing us into an awareness of each other. So, Matthias De Stefano, listen loud and clear. This is not of your doing and your curation or your what do you call cosmeticians? Cosmetology or something? Makeup. It's not of your... you don't have the responsibility of how this outcome is going to occur. You don't have the oversight or overseeing of how your life is going to be just what you think it's going to be. Your human does not have the right of way or the say to say, you got to keep doing this, Teresa, which at the moment he believes is sex separately, which I have declined for years, that is not, invisibly, we're clear on that, right? So he thinks he's going to come in the air and he's going to make a woman out of me, right? It's not happening, okay? A woman can get something done with herself and then it's done. No ghost, so do not trick yourself, Matthias, is pleasing a woman what a woman needs as a fucking ghost. So quit it. Secondly, you're not in charge of how our relation or how our future or how the world is going to be then or how anything. You're not in charge. Hands off. You are the person playing the part. The best you can do is, I know this, I have become this, I am this, I must let go all attachment and go do this. That's it. You don't have any oversight of Teresa, what Teresa chooses for herself, and how your ideals you think are going to make the perfect outcome. Because you're going to be working very hard if you think that's the way life goes. It don't go like that. Okay, so you're completely freaking annoying in the invisible realm until you manifest as just a human being showing up to do your part. Showing up to be the man that wants to get intimate is doing his part. Touching. Okay? That's it. That's your job. That's what you got to do. Do not try and do it in the invisible. It's not working. It won't work. If it's done once, that's it. Thank you, lucky stars. Get on with your freaking day. Listen. Yes, I am having a glass of wine. This is a regular thing. He's always invisible trying to manifest the ideal outcome. We all know there is a process and an outcome. You live in the now. The now is not, how do I control? The now is now. The now is, what is life speaking to me? Not, who am I controlling into place? So quite simply, you kind of just have to do as you're fucking told by the universe, which says, go the fuck there and stop trying to control in any fucking way, because you ruin it all the time. You delay yourself, you confuse yourself, you create problems, you constantly create issues, delays, whatever, because you think you have a role of curating the whole goddamn fucking lot. That's not your role. Is to show up and just be who the fuck you are in every fucking now moment. And because he doesn't take that action, right? Every relationship needs a person to show up, for Christ's sake. Go to a mental freaking hospital if you can't get that through your head. Every relationship, don't matter who the fuck you are, what you've been through, boy, girl, your name is this, your position is this, whatever, don't matter. Every relationship needs the person to show up. What are you thinking? What was I saying just before that? Oh yeah, because he doesn't take the action, and everyone has to, which was what led me to just show up for the relationship. He's in the air, hanging around, doing all sorts of tapping and whatnot to me. It serves no purpose. It doesn't do anything for a relationship. I can't turn to the ghost and say, blah, 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 and get an intelligent conversation. There's nothing intelligent about it. He's expecting me to look at a fucking screen watching him talk to other people, and that's meant to be my feed for a relation. That's your intelligence. Okay, so you don't know what the fuck you're doing to do with this, Matthias. So stop trying to act like you fucking do and just show the fuck up and be the person that you are. Because he doesn't take the action, what happens when people don't take action? And I've done a recent video of this. If you don't take the action, you're going to end up doing the same old stuff. Which is what he does. He's done it for years. He's reinvented and created something else for a reason not to go do that. I've got to, and I am, and I've got to. And does she not see that I am? You have not needed to puff your chest out. A man is a man because he's a man. You don't need, boys, you don't need to puff your chest out. Okay? So this is what a man needs to keep in check going from boy to man. They sometimes think it's the body. right? That's fine. You go through changes, but boys, it's not just the body. It's not just if I puff my chest out enough, or if I look a certain way, or, if I do those certain things that I know will get me attention. It's not that. That's like, this will be the script, that's what I'll do, and that's that. This is like, okay, you're learning who you're becoming, but now live in experiences, letting go that these things are what make you who you are. Okay, what makes you who you are, your true identity, is coming out of you as you grow in experiences in life. That's who you are. There is no one on earth that can think up the best ideals, become these ideals, and this is the perfect ideal. There's no such thing. You're using the external, egoic, what you think is the building blocks held in place, and you got to keep holding them in place. And if I could just get them right, then I should have. And so he hits a brick wall with me because he's still waiting to get a response that's built on these things. When all that is honestly needed, from the beginning, was just that person at the beginning showing up. So if that person a year later, after he's gone through whatever he needed to go through with any other changes, just showed up, then that's the person. Or a month later, 6 months later, another year later, that person. Because inside that person still got to show up for himself as life goes forward. So instead of doing it there, you're now doing it here. That person. Not, hang on, let me go inside my head and work out a fucking script. Then I'll try to energetically embody it, and these are the building blocks. It's not a thinking process. Thinking is used for A to B, or it's almost involuntary. It's not, this is how I'm going to be. And then you've got some kind of stone and you've set it in motion for the end, till the end of time. No. So, Matthias, you need to accept that who you are and who everyone is a soul that just needs to expand in time, in experience. As you experience this, you're going to open up in different areas. If you've got nervousness with that, which depletes or dissipates in time because you just get used to being available from within. So the new comfort zone is not, have I thought it all through and got myself protected in a safety net? It is, I show up for myself no matter where I am, no matter what situation it is. I show up for myself. Okay, doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if they don't approve of me. Doesn't matter. I've showed up for myself. Do you understand? It doesn't matter what the outside world thinks. Moving forward in life, having relationships that you can enjoy is not dependent on whether they see you with messy hair and then all of a sudden it's all over. Or if you do something and you're just frightened, I think, of it all just being all over. Okay? You can't live in a state of fear or loss or even fearing humiliation like you could lose something. Just because we've experienced these things before And if we ever experience them, that is when the soul realizes, I wasn't actually humiliated. What happened was I let go of something I didn't need to hold on to. It felt, like when people feel, they're made to feel embarrassed, or they're made to feel like they did something wrong or something like this. That's not what the world is ongoing doing to you at all. But when people have a fear of it happening again, they think the world is always doing it, and so they're on guard all the time, trying to be the perfect person, depleting themselves, worrying, hiding their real self, becoming like a sad sack or an angry person or whatever, and they still aren't getting the fact that they got more to offer and live in the world. And the other thing about the humiliation was, if you ever do or are made to feel embarrassed or you should have done something a certain way, this world is fucking lunatic in this shit. Like, they just love the persona and the aura of, some people will just like go, oh, you did it like that? Oh my God. And your reaction shouldn't be, well, I'm not good enough, or I did it wrong, or they're so much better than me. It should be inside, say it if you want, but inside, you should have the empowerment that says, looking them in the eye, who the fuck are you? Like if I've done something and I wanted to do it that way, or even if I did something wrong, I will honestly laugh at myself, right? Just have a laugh at myself. But it's not to degrade. It's not that I did something wrong. It's that I probably did that wrong. Oh, isn't that funny? Or that's a better way. Or I wanted to do it that way because this. How in the hell do we have new ideas if we're just going to, make people feel like they can't be themselves, or they're so wrong if they got something wrong? Who gives a shit? Could you teach me the right way? Or I did it this way because I found this idea to be better, or something like this. Okay? So, it all works in our favor if we don't melt in the moment and just into a puddle think that we're worthless. Because we're not, all right? Every single person on earth can do it however the fuck they want. Just don't purposely go out of your way, because it's going to come back to you, to hurt someone or put them down, or, and like no one's perfect. As I was just listening to my wise and wonderful teacher, Caroline Mace, no one's perfect. We're all going through this stuff, but then you learn we're all here. This is my words, perhaps part of hers. We are all here to be ourselves and learn. So, what these things are with humiliation is you go to a spot inside where you see that you have a weakness because you give your power over. So you learn not to give your power over. And if things don't work on the outside, that's because there's something else for you. If things don't work in a situation, then there's something else for you. Or there's something else for you to notice, because we're all unique souls. So there is not one path that fits exactly, because of our uniqueness, all. So you have to get in and do it your own way. So like hell, do I want to be enjoying my day, doing whatever I need to get done, and someone trying to be niggling in the invisible background like I should be doing something else for an invisible freaking presence? There is an issue there with yourself. You don't want to feel that you can do something completely different because you think, I don't know, you can't do it, you're not sure, you want to make it perfect. There is no such thing. Perfection is a feeling you get when you've showed up for yourself honestly, where you're not busy hiding yourself. It starts to feel in a flow where I can be myself. That is a flow perfection feeling, because the perfection is getting closer to heaven in a way where you're not having to carry the weight of others, carry the weight of the past, hide things about yourself, so you feel freer. This is the high vibrational nature I talk about when we're not getting involved in lower nature concepts in our mind or ideas of holding things a certain way. This is like lower vibration. You are using your good energy to hold things a certain way, and you're going to drain your energy. There is a beautiful flow of every individual, and you notice it when you feel like you've had a bit of a healing in something. You've grown and you got something new to talk about that feels so freeing. You know, you've let go of a part of yourself and you feel like you've literally grown. So I think that's all I have to say on that, but it just freaking annoys me that Matthias still thinks he's going to manifest something in like a background experience where it really doesn't offer anything, it doesn't serve anything, and he must still have this idea going on that there's a perfect experience to come if I will just fall into line with this invisible presence. It's not. That's twisted. The other way around is you just got to free yourself and live your life. Okay? You just got to free yourself and live your life. There is no perfection, there is no manifestation in the invisible that says you hold off taking action, like in physical form. So I'm going to shuffle a card. The last one we had for a while was the butterfly. And it's mainly because we don't have one on the wall, and I like to see what Spirit is recommending for whatever is going on. So let's get to the nuts and bolts of an animal spirit card. That wants to embrace directly what it means to drop away what us humans hold on to. Doesn't matter what part of life it is. If in our energy field, especially in like the denser parts of us, like the real, like, you know, hips down feeling, like, but in central of our being. But you know, when you feel like you must live a certain way and you can't shake it, kind of thing. You know in your upper that you would like to do certain things that aren't out there, essentially. They are there, you are visualizing, you've seen them, you want them, you're feeling them, but in central to say the heart region, is circulating and wanting it, but when it goes to the solar plexus, the yellow, it's probably still circulating in, no, this is the way. Okay, but if you're like that in the getting into the denser parts of us, you know, magnetized to this earth, the denser realm of us, then you're not agreeable truly to making things manifest that you truly want. So you might think of them, you might live in your head over them, you might do what Matthias does and like have these ideas of greatness, and then it's like you got this circulation at the heart that wants to make it happen, which is a good thing, because over the years this has been a different feeling. It's been like guarded and stuff, but it feels like he wants to make something happen, but then he's probably still holding on at the gut that certain ideas are going to get him there. When if you're holding on to something that is obviously up here, you can see, you can hear, she's telling you it's not working, that's not the way, it's not freeing. Okay, it's not purposeful. Solar plexus is about your purpose. It's not serving anything. So because I'm a very process kind of person, I know of an outcome, but I don't get specific on the outcomes because outcomes change. When you're living in the moment, in the present moment, and life changes, right? And you are in the present moment. So spirit is trying to guide you in your moments for your highest and best interest in regard to the whole energy you're a part of, then you go with that flow. You don't go with, it's got to be like this, because you're blocking yourself off at any different angle of the now moment in inspirational action. I'm pretty sure all that just made sense. Okay, so if we hold tight to ideas and with our parts of our head, even though we know that energy is freeing, energy is moving, it's not set in stone. So why would we hold on to a specific idea and say, because I'm human, it has to be like this? You have to let that go. We truly do. And we have to give it over to higher spirit, our soul, solar plexus. What is the next best or the nearest and dearest idea that would fit me well? You give it over to spirit to give that to you, to tell you, to inspire you. It's energy. It's not stick in the ground, human led. It's going to be this way and this is the way it's going to be. Because if all the signs are showing you and it's been showing you for a while, then that ain't happening. So take that flag out of the ground and wave it up around your head and say, I'm on the move. That's the way. Okay? Solar plexus is action. The next one down, our sacral chakra, orange at the navel. The seeds of what we're here to create and what we're a part of on this earth at this time come online. And the root chakra loosens up the base, gets some air in the soil for this creation, taking the action, and you're not stuck there holding a post in the ground waiting for something to happen. Complaining, banging your stick. Action. So if any of us are doing that, let's ask animal spirit, animal kingdom, animal wisdom. Give us an idea to shake off some old beliefs, patterns, structures, systems, ideas that say this is the only way. Stag spirit, take the lead. I like how it looks like my head. See on my shoulders? Cool. All right, number 58. Stag spirit. Probably to do with the shedding of the antlers. Is that the right way to say it? They do go through a shedding and growth, especially I think at a certain age, at least once, don't they? I remember my brother talking to me about that, because I was amazed at the different processes it takes. Take the lead. Oracle message. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag spirit is a reminder that now is a time to heed the call to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of stag spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours now, and model integrity in all that you do and in all your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. Protection message. Others may not be as far along as you are on your journey. When stag spirit appears in the protection position, you are called to be compassionate and patient as you find yourself leading the way. When others struggle to follow you, they may be unsure that you can be trusted, challenging you to be kind and strong, challenging your value and questioning your worth. Know that Spirit has put you in this place at this time for a purpose and will not abandon you when you need help with your new responsibilities. Or perhaps you are actually uncomfortable leading, maybe temporarily trapped by your small self and are therefore promoting yourself too strongly, afraid that others might see weakness or imperfection in you. Let go of your fears and let Stag Spirit remind you that you have what it takes to lead wisely and ethically if you practice self-honesty and listen to others who wish to support you. Perfectamundo. You know, couldn't have said it better. And it was right on 33:33. Thanks, everyone. And bye for now. I do believe. I mean, I feel like we've come to the end of what I needed to say, and Animal Kingdom reinforcing that stepping up is important, and to leave all of anything else that you could consider for lifelong, oh God. The mind can get people going on and on about whether they should do something or not. Really, what does... A stag leaps forward, right? A stag is very wise and they'll look around and they'll eat and they'll be in company and things like this. But if you can I can picture them in the fields. Like, if you know you got to act on something, they'll just go, you know. Yeah, that's the animal kingdom. It teaches us the wisdom of that. Like, what are you going to achieve on the spot? Are you going to keep doing the same things and keep looking around for the same things to happen? Or are you going to? What are you here for? Ask yourself that. Okay? To keep going. And that's where you'll find your purpose. You will not find your purpose if you keep doing this. You'll have a woman kicking you up the ass saying, what the F are you doing? Get the frig here and get on with being yourself. You'll be supported. Anyway, that's my reading, and I hope it assisted the truth of us stepping up when needed. You know, you can analyze till the cows come home, or move on to another field. Let the cows have this one. Bye for now.